In this segment of part 3 of kinetic theory of gases, we are going to learn about some example to calculation or calculate the energy based on equipartition of energy and heat capacity calculation. Now first of all, as I in the last video already I have mentioned the total in general total energy calculation expression. So this is the total energy calculation expression for non-linear. This is the total energy calculation expression for linear. It is for 1 mole I have written because it is 1 mole, because that's why K is replaced by capital R, ideal gas constant. Now one example or one question I have written over here: calculate the energy of NH3 and also find the value of heat capacity. Heat capacity term I will elaborate later, but the first part already we can easily find it out. NH3 ammonia, the structure is like this way. The structure is like this. So first of all, it is atomicity. Its atomicity is equal to 4. That means here N the number of atom, N means number of atom involved. So here N equal to 4. And secondly, it is linear or non-linear. I hope that we can easily understand it is non-linear. So which formula we have to apply over here? This formula we have to apply over here. So at first we have to find out the total amount of energy. So E will be 3 by 2 RT plus 3 by 2 RT plus here N equal to 4. So 3 into 4 minus 6 RT, depending on this equation for non-linear. So now it is simple mathematical operation. 3 by 2 it will be RT, 3 by 2 RT plus 12 minus 6 it will be 6 RT. So finally it will be 9 RT. So it is the amount, that means first part is over. Calculate the amount of energy. That means this first part, this is the first part answer. So first part answer is clear to all of us. Hope that is very much clear. Now moving to the heat capacity part. How we can find out the heat capacity? At first let me explain what is the meaning of heat capacity. What is the meaning of heat capacity? So what is the meaning of heat capacity? It is the amount of what is the meaning of heat capacity? It is the amount of heat required. Amount of heat required to increase temperature by 1 degree for 1 mole gas at constant volume. Okay, so this is the heat capacity. It is nothing but amount of heat we have to calculate. Heat is also energy. So CV can be calculated by this way: CE dE dt. That means amount of energy change divided by amount of temperature change, dE dt. So now for this question, NH3 is the molecule and energy as I calculated E equal to 9 RT. So how we can calculate dV? So CV equal to dE dt. It is the calculus part in the mathematics, which we must have to learn the calculus. In the calculus part, the formula tells us dx by x it will be 1. So this is the formula I have written over here. This is the calculus formula. So, and if the constant, any constant is there, say this is the part is mentioned over here. So this is the constant term, A is a constant. If it is the constant term, it will be A into 1. So now over here, in place of E, I have written 9RT by dt. Now I think it's very much easy to understand. So it is very much easy. So this part is the constant term. Each part will be liberated, and it becomes the dt by dt. So ultimately Cv becomes 9R. So it is the NH3 heat capacity. 1 mole NH3 heat capacity. So hope that we have understood how we can calculate the heat capacity calculation very simple way. So at first we have to find out the total amount of energy for 1 mole. So obviously it is for 1 mole. So it is for 1 mole. So the amount of heat required, increase the temperature by 1 degree for 1 mole, because it is a 1 mole I have mentioned. So we have to find out the 1 mole energy, and then we have to put this value over here, and ultimately we can find out the heat capacity value. So by this way we can easily solve this type of problem. Not only NH3, if any different type of molecule is given, at first we have to find out the atomicity, then we have to put that value in place of n, and we have to think about that whether it is non-linear or linear. Whenever it is non-linear, we have to follow this route, this for expression, and whenever it is linear, we have to follow this expression. So hope that it's clear to all of us.